And welcome in, everybody. Sorry for the delay. We're in the bottom of the first. Eagles versus the Wawasee Warriors. Eagles just scored a run. I'll give you a quick rundown here in a second. Bottom of the first, here's what's happened. We had runners at second and third. Julian Oslier got on via a walk.
Pass ball.
Had a pass ball, was able to steal second.
Pass ball.
We had another pass ball, got him to third. Ben Q. Michael was able to get to first. Via walk. He then stole second. Sam Glad came up, runs at second and third, hit a hard ground ball to second base. Julian Oslier was able to score. Now we got Ben Q. Michael at third base. Brady Schrader at the plate. We got one out. Counts at 2-1. Appreciate all of you joining us. Not as nice of a day that we had a couple weeks ago before spring break.
No, it really isn't. I mean, it's a windy day out. It's horrible. I mean, it's supposed to be warm, but I mean, these winds are. I can't imagine how bad these winds are conditions, especially for batting in the balls.
Well, the wind right now early was blowing out to right field. So for the lefties, for both teams, that's your dream. For the pitchers, you'd want that to be blowing in the foul territory region. We've had a couple of pop-ups where the wind has taken it wherever it pseudo pleases. My cohort joining me in the booth tonight is the man behind putting all this together. You saw him last time out against Central Noble, John Peters, Jr. here at Columbia City High School. John, thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, it's an honor. I love being next to Mr. Ambrose, especially behind our production. We apologize for the delay, too. I mean, I don't even know what went wrong. I mean, we had to use the backup's backup. It was horrible, but we still got it up and running. I think everything looks fine. So we're here now, still kind of setting up as we're going on, but I don't think anybody will notice or care.
Now batting for the Eagles.
Well, it looks
Number
great.
9.
I know you. We just had Brady Schrader get a full count walk. Senior DH Aid Miller steps up. Runners at first and third here. We had the situation earlier with Ben Q. Michael and Julian Oslier. Ben Q. Michael was able to steal second. There was no throwdown. Ball goes in the dirt. Wawasee Warriors out of the Northern Lakes Conference. Eagles have started out the season 2-0, one of their best starts that they've had in a while. We talked about how Coach Bell and this coaching staff have been able to turn around this program over the past 5 years. As Miller takes the second ball, counts at 2-0. We got one out. Eagles up 1-0. I will say the past 5 years, this stretch, as Brooks picks off lazily, this stretch here of Wawasee tonight, Warsaw tomorrow, it's always been back-to-back. These two games have been winnable games every year, and I don't believe that the Eagles have been able to beat Wawasee or Warsaw over the past 5 years as Miller fouls it out to the right side. Right fielder gives chase, and it's just foul. You can see that wind just taking it wherever it likes to take it. Count moves to 2-2. Wawasee has a 1-0 record. They took a senior. Let me make sure I get this name right for Wawasee. Their senior shortstop threw a no-hitter the other night against Wawasee. He is a Butler commit, talented player. Shortstop Grant Brooks threw the no-hitter the other night as Miller fouls it back. Count moves to full count. Younger brother of Grant, Ty Brooks, is on the mound for the Warriors, number 7. Pitch count already at 23 for Ty Brooks. That's something we want to keep an eye on for this Warriors pitching staff. Miller looks in and gets it backwards. Gets it backwards. K looking. Junior
No,
center
batting.
fielder Landon Iden
Number
steps into the
6.
plate. 2 outs here. Eagles cannot walk away with 1 run here. They need to get more. They've had runners in scoring position with nobody out, and only walk away with 1 run is not exactly what Coach Bell and the coaching staff is going to want when they see, looking back, we had runners at second and third with nobody out. We only ended up with 1 run. Iden takes the first pitch for a strike. Benny Q. Michaels at third. Brady Schrader's at first. Slow pickoff move to Schrader. Schrader does not have a big lead. You're probably not going to see him straight up steal. Schrader definitely has danger. He's definitely dangerous with the bat in his hands. Not super dangerous on the base pass with speed. He is a very smart, savvy baseball player. I remember last year on JV, he had some very intelligent base running moves, even though he's not the fastest on the base paths. Iden gets behind 0-2 here. Iden's back in the box, shortens up his stance, chokes up on the bat. 2-strike approach here. Off-speed pitch, gets fouled back. John, you guys got some new technology that came in this week, correct?
We did, yes. Thank you for asking. We got another camera angle that should be coming in tomorrow for the Warsaw game.
Ty Brooks delivers. Iden stays alive, fighting there in the box. Fouls it straight back. So that third camera, where are you looking? So right now we have cameras down the right field line. We have a camera somewhat just to the left of center field. Tell us, where's this third camera going to go, hopefully for tomorrow for our viewers?
So it's not really about where it goes. I mean, I'm sure the camera position will change. What shows on the camera is kind of what I want. The camera that we have down in the bottom of right field, on the perimeter, that's kind of, I want that camera to be following the players when they're running on from base to base. And then I want the other camera to be on, our new camera, I want that to be on the ball when it swings in the air, when it flies in the air. And then obviously the over-the-shoulder for the batters, that'll just stay the same.
You saw some of that baseball savviness on the base pass from Schrader as he took off and was able to grab second on that pass ball. Iden brings it back, swings a slow one to the back to the mound. And the Wawasee Warriors end the Eagles' threat. End of the first. Eagles up 1-0. I'll give you a quick rundown here of what we would have talked about during our pregame. So, Wawasee Warriors, new head coach, Joe Salazar. Last year, the Warriors were 18-3. They had an 8-6 NLC conference record. They were sectional champions. They had a successful season last year, winning the sectional championship. They have a number of returning letter winners, multiple seniors, Grant Brooks, Lucas Ringler, Jeb Ritchie, 3 seniors there, 3 juniors, and Gavin Malone, Dylan Stump, Brady Russell, and sophomore who's on the mound for them tonight, Ty Brooks. On the mound for the Eagles, senior Chris Bartol. Chris Bartol likes to work quickly on the mound. We saw that in the first inning. Doesn't take his time. He likes to be quick to the plate. I'm sure a home plate umpire appreciates that. I remember this was years ago. Listened to talk radio. Roy Halladay, former pitcher in the majors, was known for being very efficient, and that would work for his favor. Home plate umpires would expand the strike zone just a little bit, and I heard some stories about that with talk radio. Not saying that tonight Chris Bartol is going to get some calls there on the mound if he keeps being quick to the plate, but you never know. Umpires don't like to spend 10 hours at the ballpark. The quicker they get out of here, the better. Chris Bartol made easy work of the Warriors in the top of the first. He was able to get Grant Brooks grounding out to shortstop Dalen Johnson. As we just say that, Dalen Johnson makes a nice play. Schrader stretches, can't pick it out of the dirt. That'll go in as
I don't know.
go down as an error.
E5 or E6 on the throw, I think.
Go down as an E6. Rochelle Patrick down there giving us
The official.
the official call. In the booth with us tonight, we have Rochelle Patrick doing the announcing. We have Lori Bell taking the official book. We also have our partner from last game, Eli Patrick, down there running the scoreboard. And we have Caitlin Bronsdorf running the DJ duties tonight, as there's the steal, and he is safe.
Wow.
And Sam Glad upset with himself. Good throw.
I think it was a strike.
And we'll see how aggressive the Warriors want to be as we continue this contest. How they want to test the senior behind the plate. Taylor commit. Bartol delivers. Pitch is just outside.
Nope, 2-0 then.
Bartol's behind 2-0 here. Wawasee Warriors already threatening. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. And that's an unearned runner out there at second. Oscillier shading in there at third base. Your lineup for the Eagles, how we're set up defensively. Behind the plate, senior Sam Glad. On the mound, senior Chris Bartol. At first base, sophomore Brady Schrader. Second base, senior Brock Daly. Shortstop, senior Dalen Johnson. Third base, senior Julian Oscillier. Right field, junior Eli Platt. Center field, junior Landon Iden. As Chris Bartol battles back and sets him down swinging for the first out of the inning. And in left field, junior Ben Q. Michael. A good number of seniors on this Eagles roster.
Caleb Salazar.
Sun breaking through the clouds. We get some sunshine here. We'll probably see the lights at some point. Not as many fans in the stands tonight. Runner takes off for third. The throw down. And that's going to bring in the run, as even with the backup from Dalen Johnson, that throw gets away. And just like that, the Warriors bring it back to even.
Is there E5 now?
E5 or E2? You should have caught it.
I do. It didn't bounce.
And this is the thing, John, that really has been, in my opinion, one of the Achilles heels for the Eagles over the past 4 or 5 years. The defensive end. They've been in so many games that could have gone in the win column, but because of multiple errors, defensive lapses, it then slides into the L column.
Nope.
As Chris Bartol throws behind the batter.
2-0. Oh, it is 2-1.
I was just saying it's 2-1.
Despite the win, still a very nice afternoon, as pitch high and inside gets chopped to first. And that's a close play as the runner falls as he steps on first.
The Warriors, number 1, Gavin
Good
Malone.
old 4-3 ground out. Brock Daly to Brady Schrader. And that run probably would have scored anyways.
It's just going to be what it is. Oh, I see. Thank you, Eli.
Base is empty. Bartol can work back from the windup. Salazar fouls it back. Excuse me. Malone fouls it back. Infielders do the right, left, top.
Yeah. So are you?
As Malone fouls it back again, moves the count 0-2.
Okay.
Eagles will host the Warsaw Tigers tomorrow night. Hope you can join us for that. Should be another fantastic matchup. Again, every year these matchups between the Eagles and the Warriors and the Tigers, those matchups are always close. The win,
0-2?
putting in the win column, has been right there. Eagles hoping to jump out to a 3-0 start as Bartol goes inside. Looks like it hit him, and he ain't going to first.
Wow.
See the screen, can't see
I
the
guess
screen.
so. I just
It
swear
does
I
make
saw
it really hard, doesn't it?
I thought
Bartol looking to set him down here,
Just closing the window.
and he gets him. Another inside pitch to Brock Daly. 4-3 ground out, and Bartol does a nice job at limiting the damage. Wawasee ties it up to 1-1
Yes.
through
I got that.
2 innings for Chris Bartol. 25 pitches. That's pretty efficient. 25 pitches, 17 strikes, 17 strikes, 8 balls. Pretty efficient, having good command on the mound. John, give us a rundown. Who are the people behind the scenes tonight, running the cameras, running YouTube? Who we got tonight?
So on the right field camera, it looks like we have, I want to say Avery, no, that's Aaliyah Schumann. And then behind our center field camera for the behind the pitchers back, we have keeping the camera steady. I normally wouldn't have a person out there, but the winds tonight decided that it would knock the camera over. So we have Avery Stellhorn, and the person commanding all this at the board switcher is Liberty Nelson, and she's having a, I would say, fantastic time, but no, she's having a horrible time. I'm texting her constantly, but she's keeping it going. It's looking good. I'm very proud. It looks good.
You guys are doing a great job. Again, we got groundbreaking stuff happening here at Columbus City High School. Getting live streaming of multiple sports this year. I know you mentioned last week you guys were able to live stream the track event, correct?
We recorded it.
Okay.
We recorded it in parallel with the baseball live stream, the first one to happen. We just had simple 2 cameras out there. We stopped after a while because of the sprinkling. I mean, we weren't going to live stream it. We're not going to use it. We were really just going to use it for practice and highlights. So we decided to stop, but overall it went pretty well. To give some shout-outs really quick, these aren't sponsors, shout-outs, I'd like to make that clear, but this broadcast is brought to you by Bart's Car Store, selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart Car Stores offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store, serving Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne.
Something to keep an eye on.
Leading off the bottom of the second inning,
Wawasee,
number 5, Dalen Johnson.
the 2 times we've been able to steal in Wawasee, the throws have not looked spectacularly on point. We'll see if the Eagles and Coach Bell want to take advantage of that as we get runners. As Johnson puts one to the gap,
Come on, baby!
and he gets him.
Go two!
Johnson's going to make it in the second, and there we go. Johnson turned on the inside pitch. He's got the classic no batting gloves look. Johnson's got some really good power to the gaps. He had a home run last year against Manchester. Go-ahead home run.
Brock Daly.
Senior Dalen Johnson gets the Eagles into runners in scoring position. Start off the inning. Hoping to trade places with him is senior second baseman number 4, Brock Daly. As Daly watches a strike. Daly's an excellent bunter. Don't be surprised if you see him show bunt.
Where did you go? How far is that from, like, is that on the golf
And
side?
pass ball. Dalen Johnson's going to step into third.
So if you're just driving
Brock
by-
Daly, last game against Central Noble,
Do that in 12 hours.
put down a very beautiful bunt.
So you just did it in one day, in one trip?
Smart baseball player. Got great speed, great instincts. Not a lot of power,
On the way home.
but he doesn't need that to be an effective ball player for the Eagles. In my opinion, one of the unsung heroes of this team.
Well, you didn't miss much here because it was colder than
As infield's in for the Warriors, trying to prevent that run. There's a pass ball, and Johnson's going to score. As the Eagles quickly grab their lead back. And again, we're seeing potentially a weakness with this Warriors defense behind the plate. I'm sure the wind doesn't make that any easier. Warriors looking like they got somebody warming up down there in the bullpen. Brock Daly. Breaking ball comes back. Backwards K. And again, we just saw there, third baseman playing
Now
back.
batting.
Brock Daly was a great bunter.
Eli Platt.
I will not be surprised if that stays that way. Brock Daly tries to drop a bunt down at some point in this contest. Junior right fielder Eli Platt steps up. Late on the fastball, takes it foul over the Wawasee Warriors dugout. Platt also gets time behind the plate, gets time a little bit on the mound. Platt has very good speed. Breaking ball catches the inside corner. And we just saw that breaking ball we just saw that breaking ball ring up Brock Daly from Ty Brooks. And Platt swings at a ball in the dirt. Drop third strike. Throw down to first. 2 outs as the top of the order comes up for the Eagles. Senior third baseman Julian Osilier. Score is 2-1.
Now batting. Number 2, Julian Osilier.
Eagles, 2 runs. Wawasee has 1 run. As Osilier pulls it foul just to the left, to the right of Coach Bell. Sometimes you'll see third base coaches be active to try to grab those foul balls with their bare hands. From my experience, I have not seen Coach Bell be very active with those unless they're right at him. Not saying Coach Bell is not quick. That's just not one of the things that he prioritizes when he's down there coaching third base. Oscillator looking to keep this inning alive for the Eagles. Brooks throws one in the dirt. Brooks gets his sign. Delivers. Another ball in the dirt. We've seen a lot of balls in the dirt. Count moves to 3-1. Oscillator gets jammed. Slow roller to second. And that'll end the inning for the Eagles as they grab their lead back off the pass ball. Dalen Johnson powers a double over the center fielder. A couple pass balls allow him to score. And the Eagles regain their lead. 2-1. Some stats for the Eagles over the first 2 games. Eagles took a big win against Central Noble. They took down Fort Wayne on Tuesday. Excuse me, that was Monday. Took down Fort Wayne, the Wayne Legends, on Monday. That's back-to-back wins against the Wayne Legends for the Eagles, as the Eagles took them down in their sectional opener last year in the playoffs. Handled the Legends pretty easy, 13-2. That was away. So far, the Eagles, before tonight's contest, have a number of players through the first 2 games batting .400 or higher. Brock Daly's been off to a hot start. .750 average. He's 4 for 6. Q. Michael Miller and Oscillier both batting over .400. The Eagles as a team so far have had an on-base percentage of about .468. No home runs yet this year. 16 runs, 16 RBIs. A lot of expectations for this Eagles team. A lot of leadership, a lot of upperclassmen that are in the starting lineup consistently. The team is fairly healthy. You won't see Brady Schrader pitching this year. But overall, so far, the Eagles are a healthy team. A lot of high expectations. They took it to the sectional championship last year against Homestead. Haven't been in the sectional championship in a long time for this Eagles baseball squad. Bartol gets a high chopper to third. Johnson snags it. Nice play. Oscillier moving to his left. Looked like he had it. And Johnson picked it up. Made a nice strong laser over there to Brady Schrader. So far, Bartol has kept the Warriors on the ground. Has not been a whole lot of outfield action. And as I say that, John, we're going to see some balls going to the outfield this half inning.
We are. I would love to see that.
As long as those balls don't leave the yard and are caught, I'm okay with it as well. As there's a high pop-up, and Bartol snags it in foul territory. Bartol's making quick work of the Warriors.
Now batting, number 10, Grant
This
Brooks.
Warriors team, very solid team. Eagles have a tough stretch, have a very competitive stretch. This is the stretch where you're going to see what this Eagles team is made of early on. Again, there's a lot of excitement with the coaching staff, as there should be a lot of excitement with the players. As a shot goes right up the middle, just over the mound. And the Warriors have a runner on with 2 outs. Tomorrow's game is against Warsaw. That's home as well. Same time, 5:30.
7, Ty Brooks.
And then they'll run into a very busy week next week. They're at Busco, at Carroll, at Fort Wayne Concordia. Friday's home against Manchester. And then there's a doubleheader against West Noble on Saturday. That doubleheader's at West Noble.
I hear you listen here, smart ass.
He's been smart.
Bartol gets ahead here with 0-1 count. Ball's pulled foul. We're going to see, wouldn't be surprised over the next few innings if we see Wawasee try and test the run game, test the arm of Sam Glad behind the plate. Bartol's ahead 0-2 here, looking for that strikeout. Warriors staying alive, 0-2. That wind is around 20, 25 miles an hour going out to right field. That sun is bright. A ball going to right field is going to be tough for who's ever in right field for either squad.
Please. But you're the young one, you need to remember to turn back on. I'll be back here tomorrow, so I don't think one day's gonna hurt.
Bartol gives the runner a look. Extends his lead. Swing and a miss. Bartol sets him down again. He's off to a hot start, folks. Through 2 innings. Bartol's making easy work of the Wawasee Warriors.
You've done that? Oh, yeah.
Bartol's got 3 strikeouts through 2 innings, giving up 1 hit. 36 pitches, still staying very efficient. And that's going to need to happen because of that long stretch next week. The Eagles do not want to run through their bullpen tonight. We're probably going to see Aiden Miller on the bump tomorrow. That's the ace of the staff. No doubt about it. Aiden's looking for some revenge against Warsaw tomorrow. Again, the Eagles want to not let these 2 games slip away. They're going to be competitive games through 7 innings. If there is a blowout, I will be shocked. Whether it's the Eagles blowing out one of them or the Eagles getting blown out, I'll be very shocked. Wawasee and Warsaw both have very solid programs. Should be some fun baseball over the next 2 days, John.
It should. Just to give a little shout out, today's program is brought to you by the attorneys at Myers and Hockemeyers and McNagany LLP across the street from the post office in Columbia City. They're on the line at 260-248-2224 and on the web at whitleylaw.com. Again, that's whitleylaw.com.
John, give us some updates. What's going around with the audio and visual club here at the high school? What are some fun projects that the kids are putting together?
Right now we're looking at starting up a chess club inside the AV program, just a little branch off of it. We've had a lot of, outbreaks isn't the right word, but a lot of outbreaks for students playing chess in the middle of classes and after school and stuff like that. So the station bought a few chess boards, and everybody's really seemed to take a liking to it. So we thought about starting up a little chess club, maybe live streaming it once a month, having a club practice, and then I don't know, we can see how far it gets from there, but that's what's been happening mainly in Radio Club right now.
Benny Q. Michael.
Ben Q. Michael steps up. He's got a classic walk-up song. Ben Q. Michael's off to a hot start to his junior campaign. His sophomore campaign was ruined by some injuries. Broke his hand at Parkview Field. Breaking ball just misses. Count moves to 1-1. Brooks delivers. Q. Michael wisely lays off. Q. Michael gets ahead here, 2-1. Takes a strike, evens it back up at 2-2. Senior Sam Glad's on deck. Q. Michael stays alive and fouls it back to the right side. The heart of this Eagles lineup is here in the bottom of the third. They want to grab some more runs here. Be a cutthroat team, not let this Wawasee Warriors think they stand a chance. Q. Michael gets jammed on a swing and a miss inside.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 8, Sam Glad.
Sam Glad, lefty, has a lot of power. Great bat. Pretty good speed. Sam Glad's definitely looking to get something in the air, line drive, fly ball deep in the gap with that wind blowing out as he takes a strike. Sam's got another power bat behind him, protecting him on deck, and Brady Schrader. As a breaking ball does not catch the back door. We're seeing both pitchers have to resituate their hats almost after every other pitch with the way that wind's blowing, the long hair that they both have. Ty Brooks getting a little frustrated out there, it looks like. Not appreciating the calls. Count moves to 1-2 as Sam Glad loads up. And a swing and a miss. Ty Brooks making quick work here of the Eagles' heart of the lineup with 2 straight strikeouts. Swing and misses.
Now batting, number 18, Brady Schrader.
Eagles looking for some 2-out magic here, and they got the batters to do it. Schrader and Miller up next. Schrader watches an outside pitch. Give a shout out to my family, my wife, my 2 daughters who are watching in. John, how many viewers we got over there on our YouTube channel watching this game?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you. I hope over 100, but I don't think it'll happen. Can give a quick insight, though, a quick look.
We were able to grab over 300 subscribers last time we were out here, so we appreciate fans and the viewers giving us some love. Schrader works the count back to even. Umpire calls time. Another ball goes to the backstop. Sitting around 16 viewers. Love it.
Well, that's not too bad.
3 of them are Ambroses.
That's 16 more viewers than I'll ever get if I were to start up my own YouTube channel. Schrader's in the hitter's count here, 2-1. Wawasee's got somebody warming up down there in the bullpen. As Brooks delivers another ball in the dirt that squirts away.
Either on or he's not on.
Right. Boy, that never hit the catcher's glove. It bounced straight off of his shin.
Schrader gets a walk.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 9, Aiden Miller.
If Miller can put one in a gap here, we'll definitely go to runners at second and third. You probably won't see Schrader go from first to home. But as we said, he's a smart base runner. If he sees, a bobble, he can put himself in position to maybe make it home. And Brooks having a little bit of control issues out there on the mound. Miller's at the plate. Senior ace of the staff. Plays third and first base as well. Miller is one of those calm, cool, and collected players.
I don't know if that's JV or Varsity.
Doesn't show a lot of emotion. Always focused. Landon Iden's on deck. Miller's got some black long sleeves underneath as we got a balk. And now we're at second Got a runner at second, runner in scoring position. This is where
It's 2-0 at least.
Miller can put one in the gap and Schrader can score. Schrader's going to get his 2-out lead here, which is going to give him a better angle at grabbing 2 bases, third and home, of any ball that's put in the outfield. Schrader's going to go on contact. 2 outs. Eagles got to take advantage when they got runners in scoring position. And Miller puts it to right. Schrader rounding third. Bell's going to send him home. And there's not going to be a throw to the plate as Schrader scores. Standing clutch hit there from the senior, Aiden Miller.
For the Eagles.
Textbook.
6. Landon Iden.
Puts it in the air, opposite field. Miller, one of those Eagles we said earlier that was starting off hot with a high batting average of over 400. Miller has a small lead over there at first as an off-speed pitch catches the outside corner for a strike to Landon Iden. Iden, the center fielder, repping the white arm sleeve. As Iden puts one to center. And the center fielder, it is dropped. Umpires signaling that he did not make a safe catch, and there it is. Beautiful shot there. Iden shoots one to the moon there at third base, takes off his elbow pad, and we may have an injury concern out there in center.
That would have been a heck of a catch.
That would have been.
Call that a triple?
Yeah, I do.
For our viewers there, you hopefully were able to see potentially the first couple steps were immediately in. And then he had to put on the brakes and turn it around. Almost made a heck of a catch. I believe against Central Noble we had an injury scare as well. Hopefully this doesn't become a pattern at home games here for the Eagles. Eagles getting some 2-out magic here. They've put up 2 runs here in the bottom of the third. It's one of these situations, John, where I definitely do not miss the temperature of being in the dugout. It is nice and toasty, and there's really no breeze coming up here in the press box.
No, it's one of the nice things. I can't say for the microphones, though. I mean, I'd love to have some microphones out on the field right now. I had some lying out and lined up and ready, and had some cables ran, but the wind was just too harsh. I mean, there's not a lot we can do out there, especially with wind mufflers or auto gates or anything like that. I mean, the wind with being 25 miles an hour, like you said, I mean, it's just kind of hard to get a microphone out there. To lower the tension a little bit, though, from the injury out on the outer field, I want to give a shout-out to Flowtech Plumbing and Heating. Tonight's microphones are from Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, offering furnace tune-ups and complete repairs, serving locally for 30 years. More information is available at flowtechpnh.com. Again, that's flowtechpnh.com.
Not sure what the point of the umbrella is.
Oh, well, it's working. Going very hot.
How are we doing so far, do you know, with everything? Is the fans happy and everything like that? I know I messed up the score. I don't even know how I did that.
Oh, no, you're good. Where's the camera angle at right now?
The camera angle is, I want to say, let's look at it, actually. Let's look and see what we got. The camera's angle is on us. The camera's angle is on us.
I feel sorry for our viewers. We're seeing that shiny bald head. I'll try not to reflect that back into the camera.
Oh, don't worry. I was strategical about that. The sun's pointing that way, actually. It won't hit you. He won't hit you. I can't say too much for our white outfits out there. The camera's not liking that too much. Not a big deal, though. You can still see the numbers on a player's chest, so it's not a horrible thing.
As we have an injury break here, we'll kind of brag on the Columbia City athletic trainer staff with Garrett Vanderstal and Adam Narwald. The other day, they were awarded the National Athletic Trainers Association Safe Sports School Award that recognizes champion safety. This award champions safety and recognizes secondary schools that have met recommended standards to improve safety in sports. So, shout out to Garrett Vanderstal and Adam Narwald, our two athletic trainers, do a fantastic job.
That's awesome to hear. I mean, that our school and our sports are safe, and we're not, in the 1980s where football players aren't wearing helmets. I'm really glad that we're developing new ways and everything in the world to keep our players safe, especially here at Columbia City High School, where we're investing money into our equipment and all of our sports teams. I know I want to say the golf team just got a huge payout, and I think they got some new equipment. I'm really glad. I know the football team has gotten a few new things. I'm not sure about baseball, but I would assume that our players are being pretty safe out there. I'm just really glad that everybody's safe.
Little interaction chance with our viewers, if you like. Comment below. Tell us what's your favorite baseball movie. There's a number of them.
Well, there we go. Now I'm kind of interested. I got to see the comments now.
I don't think we have any. I was trying to engage some of our viewers there. Throw out your favorite baseball movie. I saw a video the other day of somebody saying how they're not a fan of Field of Dreams. It was one of those videos of, not to say controversy, but there's one of those people that doesn't like Field of Dreams. And apparently that's I've seen it. It's one of those movies that is usually a top baseball movie kind of across the board that people say is one of the better baseball movies. If you build it, they will come. A little baseball trivia here. Give you a few innings, an inning or two to think about this one. As Clayton Kershaw was in the process of throwing a perfect game the other night, hit his pitch count. Dave Roberts pulled him, rightfully so in my opinion. Long season ahead. Clayton Kershaw's had some injury concerns. But when was the last perfect game thrown in the major leagues? That is, without looking it up, if we get any comments in there, the last perfect game thrown in the majors. As Johnson fouls it back to the right side towards the Warriors dugout. Johnson's got a RBI chance here with Iden at third. Another ball goes in the dirt, swing and a miss for Johnson. Dalen Johnson, heck of a bowler, part of the bowling team here at Columbia City. Breaking ball stays in on Johnson. Count goes to 1-2. Warriors still have their bullpen active down there. And there's a drop third strike. As Johnson spun himself around in a 180. Or excuse me, a 360. As the Eagles are able to put up 2 here in the bottom of the third to make it 4-1. This one's far from over. As Bartol comes back to the mound after having a nice stretch. Coach Bell's having a conversation down there with the home plate umpire. I saw the umpire put his hands together I don't know if Coach Bell was wondering about if he's continuing to balk and they're not calling it. As we saw a balk earlier that moved Schrader to second, which set up that Aiden Miller RBI. It's been a little bit since Bartol has taken the mound. Our viewers are now up to 19, John. We're getting there. We're getting there. Those of you that are just joining us, we're in the top of the fourth, just starting off the top of the fourth. Eagles up 4-1 here. Eagles scored one in the bottom of the first. Wawasee countered in the top of the second via pass ball. We had a pass ball that moved a runner to the third base, and then pass ball moved runner to second. Runner stole third. The throw down was wild, and then they scored off of the wild throw.
Leading off the top of the
Eagles
fourth
tied it
inning.
up then in the bottom of the, Eagles grabbed the lead back in the bottom of the second, and then they extended their lead here in the previous bottom of the third with 2 runs to make it 4-1. Don't expect to see this Wawasee team back out. They have a solid program. They were sectional champs last year, won 18 games. As Bartolo gets ahead again, and Sam Glad asks for time. Bartol's doing an excellent job keeping these Wawasee hitters off balance, working both sides of the plate. As that ball's fouled into...
Right almost out into the parking lot. Good thing that fence was there. I'm sure a parked car... Actually, I don't know. I think a parked car would be fine.
Nice line drive that hit that fence in the pavilion. Good number of fans here. JV was supposed to have a game at Leo. That game got canceled as Bartol wastes one. Count moves to 1-2. And so we have some extra fans here with the JV squad. Wawasee's not too far of a drive, so they've probably been able to have some fans make it here as Bartol throws one back to the backstop.
Yeah, that's what JD said. They thought they were coming here.
John, I got to say that scoreboard there in the top of our screen looks very nice, well designed.
Thank you. I'm trying. We had a few issues. We noticed that with this being so new, we didn't have enough camera angles to show the entire field properly. So we had to move the scoreboard down here. So I'm running it, and if we get another color commentator to come up for next game or the next few, I won't be on screen. I'll be running right next to you.
As Wawasee draws the walk,
So that means it would be there.
as they get that first leadoff runner on base.
Now batting, number 12, Lucas Ringler. Yep, that'll work.
Bartol makes a quick pickoff move. Nothing working.
Leo. Leo's out.
Bartol's at 44 pitches here. As there's a bunt to move the runner to second. Bartol doesn't even look at him. And the sacrifice works to perfection.
I thought we were going there, 'cause I don't remember going there last year.
And now they have a runner in scoring position.
So that's right, we would have been,
Because it was the alternate.
right, if you guys were home, we're there.
Well, first it doesn't matter. It's been at the same
And the
time.
3-hitter,
But for
right fielder
games,
for the Warriors steps up, swing and a miss.
Gosh, like us. They're usually pretty good.
As they're in a prime opportunity in their lineup to put a couple runs there on the board. Hard ground ball to third. That's foul as Oscilier stabs it. Would have been a nice backhanded play if that would have stayed fair. Bartol is ahead once again, 0-2. And a swing and a miss. He sets him down. 2 outs. Runner in scoring position for the Warriors. Bartol's been excellent on the mound, excellent command, excellent poise. The Warriors have yet to really had a hard hit ball off of him this afternoon. Swing and a miss from Ringler, the left fielder. He grabbed a single last time, reached via an error last time up. He scored their lone run as he, off balance, swings and misses. Bartol's back ahead with 0-2. The Lady Eagles JV softball team is playing Homestead across the pavilion. As a foul ball hits the pavilion fence. Looking to put something in the air up the middle.
Now we are.
Home plate umpire asks for time. And we have, let's see if we can get the right field camera. We have some rare footage here, folks. We have a lost strangler out there in right field. This is something. We got to get the right field camera crew on this right now. She's walking into foul territory. I'm not making this up. She is. We have somebody out there.
Nice thing is it's not my crew. That's good to know that my crew wouldn't be out there.
This is baffling. This is very interesting. As runner steals third, no throwdown. You don't see that every day.
You do not.
You see squirrels and cats in the majors. And here at Columbia City, you just see stranglers walking around in the outfield somehow. Wawasee has a chance here to cut this lead down to 2 with a base hit. As the pitch goes outside and brings it back to 2-2. Bartol looking to set him down. Put another goose egg up, and it's right back up the middle. Brock Daly backhands it over to Schrader. And the threat is nullified. Through 4 for the Warriors, they've put up 1 run. 1 run on 1 hit. John, give us a word for some of our sponsors.
This sponsor is, let's see, which one do I want to pick out of the bunch? Let's see. Move Over Ice Cream. WJHS is brought to you by Move Over Ice Cream Shop. Building flavors from scratch, Move Over offers ice cream flavors including sunny chocolate, nut-free strawberry jam, Rocky Road, and custom candied pecan. Move Over Ice Cream also offers a variety of family sundaes, soft serves, shakes, tumbleweeds, and gluten-free desserts that accompany ice cream. Move Over is a plant-based ice cream shop tailored to those who have earlier sensitivity to dairy allergies and taking a more healthy approach to eating. WJHS is brought to you by Move Over Ice Cream.
The warning track is unbalanced.
Give you a rundown here of this defense for the Warriors.
Leading off the bottom of the fourth inning for the Eagles, number 4, Brock Daly.
As Brock Daly steps in. Brock Daly's here in the 8-hole. Eagles have 8, 9, and 1. Brock Daly, Eli Platt, and Julian Osalier will be the guaranteed 3 batters this inning. As Daly hits one over to the second baseman, he boots it.
Did you see it moving?
Yeah.
That ball had some serious spin on it. Nevertheless, that'll go down as an E4.
No, the one up now. Oh, yeah, Eli. Okay.
Now batting, number 7, Eli Platt.
Right fielder, junior, Eli Platt steps in. Now again, Brock Davis got great speed. Platt can bunt. Don't be surprised if we see Coach Bell put something in motion. As the pickoff move, Brooks lets Daly know that he's keeping an eye on him over there at first. Eagles want to be aggressive on the base paths. Smart base running. And Daly takes off. The throw down is not going to be there in time as it is short. And let me tell you, Coach Bell has to see that and think he's got to be salivating in the mouth when he gets runners on the bases to be active and take second, maybe even take third. We'll see here as we move forward with this half inning. Runner already in scoring position. Eli Platt has a chance for an RBI and a swing, big swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Don't want to be too aggressive on a ball hit to shallow outfield with Brock Daly. Even though he has good speed, you have the top of your lineup behind him. You don't want to take a run out of
There you go.
Oscilier's hands as Platt does exactly what you're supposed to do. You want to up the middle or to the right with a runner in scoring position to move him over. Something in the air would have been nice, but he does his job there. Didn't strike out, didn't hit it to the left side of the field, and that allowed Brock Daly to move over into scoring position for Julian Osalier with 1 out.
I'm introducing to the trigger. She was traded anyway.
Osalier loads,
Are they?
skies one in foul territory by the Warriors dugout, and it'll drop foul. Infield's in for Wawasee. They did this earlier when we had a runner at third. Defense for the Warriors behind the plate. Sophomore Colt Dolson. As umpire steps out, calls time. Counts at 1-1. Osalier has an open stance, active hands. Swing and a miss at one inside for strike 2. Colt Dolson behind the plate. Ty Brooks, sophomore, on the mound. First base is junior Dylan Stump. As Osalier swings and misses.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 10, Benny Q. Michael.
As junior Ben Q. Michael steps in to pick up Julian Osalier. Infield moves back to the normal depth. Q. Michael looking to hit a nice line drive as he takes the first pitch for a ball. Second base is Caleb Salazar. Shortstop, senior Grant Brooks, we mentioned he's a Butler commit. as the off-speed goes in the dirt. Butler commit threw a no-hitter against Whitco in their previous game. Third base. For the Warriors, Gavin Malone. Right field's Cole Turner. Center field, Ethan Slayball, freshman. And rounding out in left field, senior Lucas Ringler.
Come on, Ben. Don't leave out there.
Brooks back from the windup. Misses outside for 3-1. And you got to come right at Ben Q, Michael. You don't want to put him on base because the 3-hitter's up. So Benny should see a strike here. As it goes inside, jammed him. First baseman picks it up. And the threat, nothing happens for the Eagles. Both teams put up a goose egg in the 4th inning. As we got 3 left to play here. Still a lot of baseball left. Eagles are up 4-1. Through 4 innings so far. Chris Bartol has thrown 55 pitches. He's commanded the strike zone at 39 strikes. 16 balls. Ty Brooks, on the other hand, has thrown 82 pitches.
Oh, looks that. Our camera went out. Battery died.
Battery died here in the press box for the camera.
Oh, that's embarrassing. I'm going to go fix that.
John will be on that. If we have any viewers that are Office fans, everybody knows this song by the Bee Gees, Staying Alive, the CPR scene. You ask any student in this school, tell me something about Mr. Ambrose, they're going to tell you he loves The Office.
Number 1, Gavin Malone.
As the bottom half for the Warriors lineup, Gavin Malone, Colt Dolson, and Ethan Slayball round out the bottom half of this Warriors lineup. As Bartol misses inside and in the dirt. Turned out to be a pretty nice afternoon. Besides the wind, beautiful sunshine. As Malone shoots one foul down the left field line. Got a good piece of it. Foul ball moves it to 1-2. And we'll give you our trivia if anybody wants to put it in the comments. If you know when the last perfect game was thrown in the major leagues, throw that in the comments for us for some baseball trivia. Throw us out there your favorite baseball movie as well. As Bartol grabs another strikeout as the Eagles throw it around the horn. Bartol through 4 1/3 has 5 strikeouts. Bartol delivers. Misses for ball 1. Excuse me, misses for ball 2. High and inside as
Cat flies across the field.
Colt Dolson saying it got his shoulder. Umpire's not buying it. As we have 3 balls and no strikes. And Bartol gives the free pass. 4 straight balls. Warriors now in the 9 hole. Ethan Slayball, freshman, got the stirrups.
Now batting for Wawasee, number 30.
You can see the windscreen
Ethan Slayball.
moving around. High winds around 20 miles an hour. Courtesy runner steps in for the Warriors. I believe that's Reed Reinenbach, freshman. Courtesy runner for the catcher, Dylan Stump. Colt Dolson. We'll see if the Warriors want to test Sam Glad's arm there behind the plate. Bartol gives a pickoff move. Nothing doing. Another pickoff move. Runner gets back safely. Osselier playing in the grass. In the event of another sacrifice bunt. We saw that a couple innings ago. Bartol grabs a strike. Bartol makes his 3rd pickoff move, keeping the runner honest. Tomorrow's matchup will be around the same temperature, but we should have a lot less wind. Forecast is calling for some overcast, around 57 degrees. Bartol misses low in the dirt. Eagles can't get laxed here. Got to be cutthroat. Can't let the Warriors steal a couple of runs this inning, and before you know it, it's 4-3. Momentum can shift. Got to stay cutthroat. Another pickoff move. Bartol kicks and deals. Misses. Count moves to 3-1. And Bartol gives his 2nd free pass of the inning. And now it's at the top of the lineup. Senior Grant Brooks. As pitching coach Trent Huffman makes the slow walk to the mound. For the most part, defensively, it's been a decently clean game. Wawasee has a few errors. It's been the pass balls that have been pretty frequent this afternoon. This is where we're going to see
Number 10, Grant Brooks.
what Chris Bartol and this Eagles defense is made of here as the top of the order stepping in. This is probably the biggest test, the most pressure this Eagles defense and Bartol have seen today as he goes opposite field.
Come on, Benny. Come on, Benny.
Q Michael makes the grab over the shoulder catch. Great play by Ben Q Michael. That definitely would have scored both runs.
Oh, Chris gave him the hats off out there.
Bartol letting his left fielder know. Great play. Tip of the cap. There's 2 outs there, and that momentum right now has gotta
7, Ty Brooks.
feel a lot better for this Eagles defense. Still runners at first and third here with 2 outs as the number 2 hole hitter steps up. Ball in the dirt. And the runner first has to be more aware. He started walking back. Didn't even really get a chance to see if that ball was in the dirt. Those were one of those plays where you got to be active, looking at taking second. As Grant Brooks' brother, Ty Brooks, at the plate, got a chance to help himself out. As the runner takes off. No throw down. Ethan Slayball grabs the base. Now the Eagles bench being active, showing their support. Bartol grabs a strike. Count moves to 2-1. Bartol wants to keep this on the ground. As he misses outside, count moves to 3-1. Base hit's probably going to score 1 for sure, maybe 2. As a shot goes to left, it is in the air, going foul territory, and Ben Q. Michael makes the grab. 2 big outs there made by Ben Q. Michael. As that threat is nullified once again by this Eagles defense and Chris Bartol on the mound. 6 outs away from going 3-0 to start the season. Caitlin Bronsdorf playing a classic Soulja Boy off this playlist. That was big when I was in middle school, which was not that long ago. John, did we get the cameras all worked out for us?
Yes, we did, Mr. Ambrose. And just like that, a camera angle's back. We had some ongoing issues back at the studio, and I figured that since the camera was out and we weren't, we really didn't need it right now. You know, we're not, it's not like anything crazy's happening. I mean, innings and all. So just, left, took care of that, came back, got some camera batteries. Wasn't a big deal. But now we're back on. And it's extremely windy out there. I feel bad for the fans out there. I mean, I saw somebody out with an umbrella earlier, and I don't know if that was blocking the wind or if you were trying to Mary Poppins it, but I mean, honestly, I feel like it'd be a good idea, but it's horribly windy out there. Like, what, 25 miles an hour you said or something, and it definitely feels like it.
That's what the Weather Channel app said, around 20, 25 mile an hour winds.
Well, I 100% believe them, 100% fully.
no clue.
We don't have a 4 or a 31, so it has to be 4.
Yeah.
It's gotta be 4.
As apparently there's a substitute change. We weren't able to grab the second number. Number 4 steps in on the mound to relieve Ty Brooks, Brady Russell Jr. We'll see if he can command the strike zone
You see number 4?
a little bit better as he enters in the bottom of the 5th for the Eagles, or excuse me, for the Warriors. Eagles have 3, 4, 5. Sam Glad, Brady Schrader, Aiden Miller. Definitely some batters that can do some damage for the Eagles.
Leading off the bottom of the 5th, number 8, Sam Glad.
If you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date on all of the Eagles home games. You'll also see some excellent student production from the WJHS student staff. Bottom of the 5th. Sam Glad up. Grounds one foul to the right side. That wind's moving the fence, moving the backstop fence with ease.
I have 2 strikes.
We have not seen as that pitch is wide outside. We have not seen a ton of deep fly balls tonight. We've seen 1 or 2. As that wind, if it's still blowing to the right side, this is the perfect batter to take advantage of that.
Do you have game syndrome?
Do I? Yeah.
Russell's ahead here, 1 and 2
Who they put in?
from the windup. Throws an off-speed pitch that misses inside.
And then they replace on the floor with them.
Glad works it back to 2 and 2. And now we're at the full count. I will take this wind over the snow that we have had in previous years this early in the baseball season. As Glad puts a charge deep to center. And it's out of here. Solo shot. First home run of the year for the Eagles. Sam Glad, dead center. As we were just saying, it's the perfect batter to put one in the air with the wind blowing out. And he does the Euro step. Teammates celebrate with him.
Home run looked good. Everything looked good on the camera. Kind of upsets me that I don't have a home run graphic now. Kind of want one.
Well, that gives you the motivation now to get one.
Definitely gave me the incentive to get one on there.
Let's hopefully that's not the last home run we see for this Eagles offense as Schrader steps in. Another bat that can do the same thing. As the off-speed pitch misses. Eagles now up 5-1 in the bottom of the 5th.
For 6.
6. Alright.
Schrader gets ahead 2-0. As the Eagles have Julian Oscilier warming up down there in the bullpen.
Thank you.
You bet.
As Chris Bartol is sitting at 74 pitches. Schrader gets a 4-pitch walk. Ty Brooks ended the afternoon with 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts through 82 pitches. Courtesy runner in for the Eagles. Number 30, the speedster, sophomore, James Getz.
Now back.
Nobody goes harder
Aiden Miller.
on this Eagles team than James Getz. Offense, defense, he lays it all out on the field. Always going 110% speed, doesn't take any play off. I will not be surprised here if he takes off, and he does. And Getz is going to round second, going to third. He's going to be safe. And what did we just say? If Getz gets in the game, whether it's for a pinch hit, courtesy runner, that jersey is not going to be clean when he's done for the day. Getz is everything you want in a player. He'll run through a brick wall for you. As Miller takes another pitch inside, moves the count 2-0. Getz has put himself in a great position for Miller to get an RBI here. You want something up the middle in the air. As Miller fouls it back, moves the count 2-1. Again, joining us in the booth this afternoon, Rochelle Patrick, Eli Patrick, Lori Bell, Caitlin Bronsdorf. On the call with me, John Peters. Eagles looking to continue their undefeated record, moving to 3-0 against this Wawasee Warriors team. Coming off a no-hitter performance against Whitco. As pass ball, Getz is going to walk in for the 6th run. And the Eagles, they're looking to put the finishing touches here. As the score is 6-1, they're 5 runs away here from putting the 10-run rule up on the Warriors. Mound visit from the Warriors pitching coach. Things can get out of hand here real quick if they're not careful.
While we take this little break, I'd like to give a little chance to give a shout out to ProFred Credit Union. The WJHS 91.5 Eagles Stream is brought to you by ProFred Credit Union, providing the community with modern banking services with individual attention for personal accounts and business alike. ProFred Credit Union specializes in saving for goals, mortgages, car loans, and business banking too. ProFred Credit Union serves Northern Indiana with a network of 37,000 plus ATMs and 12 branch locations now in Columbia City, off 30 near Walmart. That was a tough one to get out, Mr. Ambrose.
Little tongue twister there, huh?
It was. It shouldn't be, though. I've said those 100 times in my sleep. I'm sure Sean Bledsoe's watching the stream right now laughing at me.
Well, we got some comments here from our viewers as Iden steps in and takes a strike looking. Favorite base. Tomorrow is the 75th anniversary of Jackie Robinson Day as Iden puts one up the middle, straight over the second base bag. And just like that, Eagles, runners at first and second, nobody out. And Dalen Johnson, who showed some pop earlier in the afternoon with the double, steps in. We got former Eagle baseball alum Trevor Ebersol says Sandlot. And I'm going to assume that he did not look this up. August 15th, 2012, Felix Hernandez was the last perfect game thrown for the Mariners. Can't go wrong with either of those movies. 42 and The Sandlot. Tomorrow, if you watch any baseball game, you'll see, any pro baseball game, you'll see all the players wearing number 42, or wearing number 42 to represent Jackie Robinson. As another pass ball as both runners will advance. Appreciate our viewers interacting with us. Again, if you haven't already, the 14 of you watching, hit that subscribe button. You'll see, get the updates when we go live for the future home varsity games for the Eagles. You'll see other great products from the students here at Columbia City High School. And even though with the weather, we've had a very nice turnout of fans from both sides. I'm sure we'll have a good turnout tomorrow as Warsaw's a little bit of a closer drive. Warsaw, another very solid program.
Should I play walk songs?
No.
Without me. It has been.
Oh, no, I wouldn't. I thought you meant right now.
No.
Johnson watches ball 4, and now the bases are loaded for senior Brock Daly. Infield's in.
Now batting number 4.
Nobody out. Eagles have a chance here in the next couple of batters to put this one away, end it early by putting up 5 more runs. Nobody out. Daly has his hands around his shoulders, open stance. Daly's also repping, looks like a gray or black arm sleeve. Has the gold socks, the gold shoes. Daly loads up. Takes ball 2.
I got him Subway.
Wawasee does not have their bullpen up. So Brady Russell's going to have to work out of this on his own.
Listen. Likes the pull though. I didn't back out much hard. And then I feel guilty. And of course I have to rip myself.
It's too lazy to get out of bed.
Russell can't find the strike zone again.
He was
I kid you
doing
not.
it.
Having some command issues.
I set my alarm for when he gets up because half the time he doesn't get up unless I call him.
He did not.
I don't at all. He walks early
As Daly doesn't even load up. Takes ball 4
I just don't know how
as the Eagles take a commanding 7-1 lead here. And we're going to have a pitching change, of course, as soon as I say, John, that Russell's going to have to work out of it himself. He gets taken out. Third pitcher for the Wawasee Warriors is going to step in. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. I'm going to call it the winning run at the plate. But to end it early, the winning run is at the plate. There's 11 runs here. Would end this one early and put the Eagles' undefeated season still in the books.
It's definitely a good feeling with being on the Eagles' side with, bases loaded, no outs. It's definitely a good feeling, I'd say.
Momentum's definitely with the Eagles here. If you're Coach Bell, you want to end this one here in the bottom of the 5th. You don't want to give the Warriors another chance to crawl back in.
16 or 18?
Anything can happen.
It could be, no, 16's the catcher. Just really short.
Trying to nab the number of the Wawasee pitcher here.
I can't,
He didn't come from the dugout.
13? He didn't?
No,
He came from
he
the
was
field.
already out
I
there.
think it's 13.
Our partners here in the press box are doing their investigative skills.
13, we think.
They're going with number 13, Ethan Slayball, freshman.
Well, while we're waiting, I'd like to give a little shout out to Indiana Physical Therapy. WJHS is brought to you in part by Indiana Physical Therapy, offering you the highest credential therapists in the area, treating all walks of life from peewees to professional Olympians. With 18 locations in northern Indiana, including Fort Wayne, Angolian, Auburn, Bluffton, Elkhart, Goshen, and more, Indiana Physical Therapy is Columbia City, next to Oriental Buffet. Indiana Physical Therapy, online at indianapt.com.
bases are loaded, aren't they?
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, bases loaded.
Now, pitch
Eagles are up 7-1.
Warriors, Number 13.
The 10-run rule run is at the plate.
Eagles, number 7. Eli Platt.
Eli Platt here has a chance to grab multiple RBIs here with the ball into the outfield. Shooting a gap would probably score all 3. As we got some good speed out there on the base paths. As Platt takes a big swing and a miss for strike 1. Iden takes a couple of steps there at third base. Slay ball misses for ball 1. Counts now at 1-1. Infield's in. Platt takes another big swing and a miss. On deck is the top of the order for the Eagles, Julian Osilier. Platt fouls it back off the catcher's chest. We got another comment with our favorite baseball movie from one of our viewers, Bull Durham. Kevin Costner getting some love. Kevin Costner's in multiple baseball movies. Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, For the Love of the Game. Counts at 2-2 for the junior Eli Platt, and he swings and a miss on an outside pitch. And now the Warriors can walk away with double play here and still have some life left going into the top of the 6th. But they have to set down Julian Osilier, the senior, commit to Kankakee Junior College. Open stance, he loads, takes for ball 1, strike 1.
No, but my braiding is telling me that. Well, surely he didn't leave because of that. Maybe he had to leave. They're not the most disciplined team. Right.
Osilier cranks one just over the head of Landon Iden at third base in foul territory. Eagles need to stay cutthroat. Can't let the Wawasee Warriors climb back into this. Need to put them away right here when you can. Off speed. Osilier cranks it. Iden's tagging up. Iden's going to score as that ball just had some good pop off the bat. Just kind of sat there mid left field. Looked like an off-speed pitch. Of course, any ball that's hit in the air tonight has that chance to go out.
Hey, Benny.
Oh, it's Ben. Sorry, Ben. Wrong song.
Now batting number 10, Benny Q. Michael.
Ben Q. Michael here. 2 outs.
Sorry, Ben.
He'll be all right.
Looking for something up the middle in the air. And there's a shot to left. It's going to drop. The run's going to score from second. The throw hits the cutoff man as Benny Q. Michael grabs an RBI. As the Eagles now are 2 runs away from putting the 10 spot up on these Warriors. Senior
Now batting number 8.
Sam Glad
Glad.
led off the inning with the home run, as another one would put this one away for good. He hit one to dead center last time, and you know he'd love to do it again. Glad had a multi-homer game last year against Huntington North.
Snow, rain mix.
Sam Glad gets ahead in the count here. Pitch goes outside for ball 2. And Glad's probably not going to see anything close here since he went deep last time, as the count goes to 2-1.
2-1. I got 3-0. He called that a strike. Oh, he didn't know.
That was so out. Like so far out.
Very interesting.
Guess so.
Now it's 3-1. Thought that previous pitch was ball 3, but apparently it was a strike.
We're making the call up here. About a strike zone?
Sam Glad ahead in a 3-1 count here with 2 outs. Has a chance to put it away. And ball in the eyes will make a ball 4 as Brady Schrader will now get a chance to end it here. The winning run is at second base. Winning run's at second.
Only because we hit around and line up this time. I'll go back to real.
Eagles have a tough test, and tomorrow in Warsaw. Next week is a very busy week. 6 games in 6 days. They play They have 3 road games in a row: Busco, Carroll, and Fort Wayne Concordia. That's a tough stretch. Manchester, and then Saturday with a doubleheader at West Noble. The Eagles swept the West Noble doubleheader last year at home. They beat Manchester last year. As Schrader swings and a miss on a 2-0 count, moves it to 2-1. And we may not see the lights tonight, John. That sun is still staying bright.
Yes, it is. Clouds not blocking it. Sun stays out. It's a good night.
As Schrader hits a high chopper to third, and that will end it as third baseman steps on the bag. Warriors staying alive. We move to the top of the 6th. Warriors got to add some runs if they want to stay in this to have a chance in the top of the 7th. Chris Bartol is going to stay out there. Partner, you want to give us a word from our sponsors?
Yes, we are. WJHS Radio is brought to you in part by Mike & Sons Satellite and TV Services. Mike & Sons Satellite is an authorized Dish Network provider with a 2-year price lock guarantee. Mike & Sons is also offering an 8-bay antenna TV hookup for channel masters. That's up to 40 local channels and from South Bend to Fort Wayne. With 30 years of service experience, Mike is here locally, hands-on for every customer. Mike & Sons is available on the phone at 260-213-3251 on Facebook and on MikeandSonsSatellite.com. That phone number again is 260-213-3251, and the website is Mike and Sons Satellite, MikeandSonsSatellite.com. Thank you to Mike and Sons Satellite. And it looks like we have a little more time here, so I'm going to give Mr. Ambrose a little bit more time. WJHS is brought to you in part by Indiana Physical Therapy, offering the highest credentials therapists in the area, treating all walks of life from Pee-wees to professional to Olympians, with 18 locations in northern Indiana, including Fort Wayne, Golian, Auburn, Bluffton, and others. Indiana Physical Therapy is in Columbia City next to the Oriental Buffet. Indiana Physical Therapy online at indianapt.com.
Eagles play Warsaw tomorrow. Warsaw currently sitting at 0-1. Right now they're playing one of our conference opponents in Huntington North, as they are tied 9-9.
Sounds like anybody's game right there.
That is, and again, we're going to have a very competitive game tomorrow against that Warsaw lineup.
It should be number 15.
Been a little bit surprised at how we've been able to jump ahead to a 9-1 lead, as Wawasee, as we said multiple times, is usually a very, very competitive program. Maybe it's just an off night.
Well, the nice thing is that we have home court advantage. I should say home field advantage.
Bartol falls behind 2-0. We saw Julian Osselier in the bullpen earlier this afternoon. As it'd be great if Bartol could finish this one out. Wouldn't have to use other arms with the long week next week as Johnson bobbles it. That was a hard hit ball there, deep in the 6 hole.
Now batting number 12.
Warriors get their leadoff man here as they start to get their bullpen warmed up down there. And this one's still far from over. 8-run deficit for the Warriors. Eagles need to stay cutthroat. Osselier playing in on the grass. Bartol makes a pickoff move. Stepping in for the Warriors, number 12, Lucas Ringler. Pitches inside as Bartol falls behind here. You're probably not going to see Bartol get too big of a leash here, as Coach Bo doesn't want this one to get out of hand. Bartol's done a fantastic job throwing up 4 goose eggs on the scoreboard so far as he falls behind 3-0. Bartol nabs a strike on the outside corner. And Bartol adds one more to the bases with a second walk. Number 17, Dylan Stump, steps in.
Now batting number 17, Dylan Stump.
You got to be careful here. Foul ball. Don't want to give the Warriors any chance at some life, as if they put up a 3 or 4 spot here. You're giving them some extra life as they roll into the top of the 7th. This has been, in my opinion, one of the weaknesses of this Eagles team over the past 4 or 5 years is that cutthroat team. Once they get ahead, they like to let the team stick around for a little bit. Bartol misses outside. Johnson dives at a shallow fly ball, but they get the No, they do not. Johnson tried to get the force out there at third base. As there was a shallow ball hit in between no man's land and left field. Johnson made a heck of an effort. Laying out, fully extended. And here we are, bases loaded and nobody out.
Now batting number 11, Caleb Salazar.
Devin Kreider is moving in over there at first base for Brady Schrader. Excuse me, that is incorrect. The Warriors' Cam Goody re-entered the game this half inning. Swing and a miss. Caleb Salazar. Eagles playing straight up here. Bases loaded. Bartol nabs a pitch on the outside corner. A strikeout here would be exactly what he's looking for. Or a ground ball to turn 2. A little 6-4-3 action. And there's the swing and a miss.
Now up, number 1, Gavin Malone.
The DH, Gavin Malone, steps in.
Turn it.
There's a shot to third. Oscillier steps on it.
Got him!
Oh!
Call it, man.
Almost had the inning-ending double play. Hot shot to Oscillier. He steps on the bag, fires a laser to first. And Malone had just enough speed to beat it by maybe half a step. Bang, bang play. The wind still not easing up as we can hear it in the press box. Colt Dolson steps in the wide stance, and that hits him. Bases back to being loaded. Sam Glad makes a little bit of a mound visit as home plate, ump and Coach Bell have a small conversation.
I bet it's about whether the hand is part of the bat or not.
Oh, I thought he was talking about him. You tell him what that is on first. Caitlin,
Right now?
guys?
Yeah, that's
As the
Colt Olson.
No, he is.
hit by pitch was inside on the hands, could be
Oh, is it 9? 9. Yeah.
whether or not
Same guy.
it hit the bat or just the hands. As the famous lip reader Rochelle Patrick down there was
Now batting
Gaining.
17, Ethan Slagle.
gaining that advantage. Bartol falls behind. Bottom of the order, Ethan Slayball here as he shoots one into foul territory. Schrader can't quite nab it as that wind definitely played a factor. Top of the lineup and Grant Brooks is on deck.
Absolutely not.
2 outs, bases loaded. Bartol delivers. Slayball chops it foul.
This makes me so nervous.
Bartol gets the bender, sets him down. He buckled the knees of Slayball. And Bartol stays calm, doesn't let it get out of hand. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Eagles need 3 runs to end it early.
Yep, once. And this guy, the blue one.
Eagles have the heart of their order here.
Well, to break the silence a little bit, I'd like to give a shout out to Myers. Actually, let's do City Auto Mall. We haven't done that one yet. WJHS is brought to you in part by City Auto Mall, home of the best sellers from Ford and Chevy, like the Ford F-150, Escape, Chevy, Silverado, and Blazer. City Auto Mall offers a vast collection of cars, straightforward financing options, and certified car care services and repairs and maintenance. Right off Highway 3rd in Columbia City, City Auto Mall may be reached by phone, social media, or on the web at cityautomall.com.
He's an older gentleman too, so.
Sun starts to set behind the clouds. We may see some lights after all.
Mr. Ambrose, getting a new camera angle tomorrow. Looking at doing replays possibly tomorrow as a little sneak peek is what we can look forward to in the upcoming days. How do you feel about that as an announcer?
I tell you what, it is just exciting. I've looked forward to this all day. Back-to-back games this week. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Again, let's give a shout-out. Remind the audience, kind of the people behind the scenes putting this thing together today.
Right now on the scene, we have Lee Schumann manning the side angle camera. Not using it too much. The sun is in the way, and that's one of our only camera angles, so we've just stuck to the over-the-shoulder shot of the pitcher and the batter. Obviously, I'm up in the box with you, Mr. Ambrose, and back at the station right now, we have Tilly Nelson manning the board, switching camera angles as, wow, some trash flies by, as they do.
Oh my God, his phone.
I tell you what, the janitors will not be happy picking up M&M wrappers along the fence line as the wind doesn't care about Mother Nature's plans for staying happy.
No, and we got a popcorn bag floating almost into fair territory down there by the right field line.
I would have to agree about that. That is... Well, either way, speaking of popcorn, definitely should grab some by the concession stand. You have hot dogs, lots of popcorn. Mr. Ambrose, you went down there. What are some of the options that we can look forward to?
So we saw hot dogs. You mentioned popcorn, some candy. They had the cold beverages. I don't believe they had hot beverages available.
No hot beverages. In a temperature like this, I would definitely want a warmer beverage, maybe like a hot chocolate. That's fine, though. Maybe just if they're listening, maybe a little sneak peek in what they can, surprise the crowd with for next game tomorrow.
Yep, definitely a good hot dog. My wife says sometimes, I just want a ballpark hot dog. Not one that's cooked here at home on the grill. I just want a ballpark hot dog. And sometimes just the food of the ballpark just hits the spot.
Well, it's the atmosphere that helps out a lot. I wouldn't say that, a hot dog is kind of made everywhere relatively the same, but I feel like the atmosphere really changes it too.
It is. It's something. And a little interaction from our viewers. We got A League of Their Own is another favorite movie. Classic Tom Hanks. I know there's some other people in that movie that I just can't remember their names at the moment. In the comments, throw out there, what's your favorite ballpark food when you go to the ballpark? Whether it's maybe a high school, minor league game, or a pro game. What's your favorite ballpark food? Throw that in the comments there for us. As senior Aiden Miller leads off the bottom of the 6th. He gets ahead 3-0. Shout out to the 18 viewers that we have with us today. Again, if you are not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. About 308 subscribers. Slowly but surely growing for the WJHS Studios YouTube page. Miller draws the walk. Iden steps into the plate, got the white arm sleeve, playing center field. Looking at some of the top teams in the area, Coach Bell gave us his press release, his season.
Whoa!
As Iden shoots one straight up the chute, and some miscommunication there, as that wind just takes it wherever it pleases.
Can't imagine having no like undershirt.
And Iden gets some new life here. Some top areas, some top teams here in Northeast Indiana. Homestead, Snyder, East Noble, Bishop Dwenger, Fort Wayne, Northrop. Those are some of the top 5 area teams in 4A. Some of the area teams overall, regardless of class. Homestead, Fort Wayne Snyder, Bishop Luers, Garrett, and Fort Wayne Blackhawk Christian. Iden stays ahead 3-1.
They must have wondered. Like, no one bites the dust.
The Lady Eagles JV softball game appears to be concluded over there. When we get the results, we'll relay those to you. Iden takes a big swing and a miss to bring it to full count. The wind screens showing us the power of the wind out there. Right fielder shading the sun from his eyes. As Iden fouls it off. Catcher had a chance to squeeze it shut for the first out.
Did JV have a name on? Or is it? No, it's not. Oh.
Inside for ball 4
I think he thinks how they do.
as Johnson
Was it here again?
is now the winning run.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 5, Damon Johnson.
Jalen Johnson 1 for 2 on the afternoon with a walk, 2 runs. Slay ball is looking at about 30 pitches. Half of them have been for strikes. We have a courtesy runner for the Eagles. Chris Butler, courtesy runner for Aiden Miller at second. Ball goes in the dirt for ball 1 to Dalen Johnson. Interaction from our viewers.
I said
Favorite ballpark food. Alumni Trevor Ebersol says nachos. Pickles on a stick. Pretzels. Never had a pickle on a stick, John, have you?
I have not, but I have had a pickle wrapped in bacon and thrown in the oven, and it's pretty good. I would recommend it
Interesting.
if you're at home and want a pickle on a stick. Or I mean, it's pretty simple, I'd imagine, but I would definitely recommend that pickle in bacon.
Johnson shoots a slow roller to the right side, which advances Runners to second and third. Johnson out at first. 4-3 ground out. Pickle on a stick with some bacon. Interesting. Is that what you said? Pickle wrapped in bacon?
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved pickles. I mean, some people don't. Mr. Ambrose, question: you like pickles?
I like dill pickles with ranch seasoning in the jar. Let it sit overnight. Hidden Valley Ranch seasoning. Bronsdorf's over there giving me a look of like, you're crazy. Bronsdorf, try it. Don't knock it until you try it, okay?
Honestly, it doesn't sound too bad. I'll give it to you. Do you drink the pickle juice?
I do not.
Oh.
I'm guessing you drink the pickle juice.
I do. I can't let anything go to waste.
Gotta say, my favorite ballpark food was at Busch Stadium a handful of years ago. Bacon wrapped hot dog. I grabbed it again at Anaheim Stadium a couple years ago. Put the works on it. Some guacamole, French onions, bacon. That has to be my go-to. They're not cheap by any means.
I wouldn't imagine.
Warriors bring the infield in again. One out, second and third. Here's Brock Daly as the pitch is outside. Count moves to 3-1. Brock Daly right now is the winning run for a 10-run rule, and he gets the walk. Bases are loaded, and Eli Platt gets another chance for an RBI, and it looks like he will not get the chance as Coach Bell is going to put in a pinch hitter. And one of Platt's friends, number 23, Devin Kreider. Kreider's a first baseman. Throws off the mound as well. Kreider's got some pop. Kreider takes a lot of big swings. Got a lot of power. Has some Jay-Z walk-up music. I love that graphic that I just saw there.
Thank you. I made that myself. It looks good. We use it a lot for basketball season, and I just thought we could translate it over to baseball season when we switched from ourselves to the field. Little separator to show something else as significant is happening on screen. Well, I wouldn't say significant switching to us, but you get the point.
Pass ball. One run comes in. Chris Butler. Runners move second and third with one out. While we're talking about pickles, Coolicles is putting pickles in Kool-Aid powder. Very popular in the American South culture, apparently.
Apparently.
There's some fun trivia for you. I've never heard of that. You learn something new every day. Coolicles. Pickles in Kool-Aid. Ryder goes down on strike 3. As the Eagles are winning run at second, Julian Oscilier.
Number 2.
You can bet he put something in the outfield. Coach Bell's going to be aggressive to go ahead and end this one. Make them make a play on defense. Need something up the middle. Right side. As the lights are starting to come on, we can see the moon to the right side of the ball diamond. Pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Counts at 1-1. Slay ball catches the outside corner again for strike 2. And Oscilier takes a big swing and a miss, and we're going to go the full 7 today, John.
Yes, we are, Mr. Ambrose.
Eagles get set down. They bring in one on the pass ball. As we head into the top of the 7th, Eagles are up 10-2. Warriors have some extra life. Eagles are 3 outs away from starting off the season 3-0. John, give us a word from our sponsors.
Word from our sponsors. The 91.5 Eagle Stream is brought to you in part by ProFred Credit Union, providing our community with modern banking services with individual attention for personal accounts and business alike. ProFred Credit Union specializes in savings, for goals, mortgages, car loans, and business banking too. ProFred Credit Union serves I can't say that word, Northern Indiana with a network of 37,000 plus ATMs and 12 branch locations, now in Columbia City off 30 near Walmart. WJHS is brought to you by Moo Over Ice Cream Shop, building flavors from scratch. Moo Over Ice Cream offers flavors including sunny chocolate, nut-free strawberry jam, Rocky Road, and custom candy pecan. Moo Over also includes a variety of family sundaes, soft serves, steaks, tumbleweeds, gluten-free desserts that accompany ice cream. Moo Over is a plant-based ice cream shop tailored to those who have an earlier insensitivity to dairy, allergies, or taking a more healthy approach to eating. Moo Over Ice Cream Shops, located right across from the furniture store in downtown Columbia City.
Looking ahead at the Eagles' schedule, not a lot of home games this year. Not a lot of home games here in April. You'll see us again tomorrow.
Yes, we will, against the Warsaw Tigers. I feel like it's going to definitely be an interesting game with the Warsaw Tigers. They usually always bring their A game. What do you think that game outcome is going to look like? You think they're going to bring their A game?
It'll definitely be a game where the Eagles need to bring their A game if they want to win that one.
That's for sure.
There are some teams on their schedule that you can afford to make some mistakes. Warsaw is not one of those teams. They can afford to make mistakes. It was a close game last year. Always a close game. Sam Glad has a nice throw down there. We have a pitching change. Number 2, senior Julian Oscilier steps on the mound to finish this one out. But you'll see us tomorrow, like John said. You'll see us the following Friday against Manchester. And then you won't see us again until the Northfield doubleheader, which is Saturday, April 30th. We have a stretch. A lot of away games for the Eagles. Give a shout out to Coach Daly. JV squad's also off to a hot start, 2-0. They defeated Central Noble, and they had a very nice win against the Fort Wayne Snyder JV squad the other night. Stay undefeated. Future's bright for this Eagles program. Count moves to 2-1. Lefty Grant Brooks moves the count to 2-2.
2-2. Either I'm sleeping or that happened overnight.
Sometimes this game goes really slow, and sometimes this game goes very fast as Brooks fouls an outside pitch straight back to the backstop.
A beautiful down center.
Brooks shoots one to center. He's going to stretch that into a double. That ball lands to the left, to the right of Iden. Warriors have a runner in scoring position. Top of the order here. Ty Brooks steps in, the number 2 hitter. Aiden Miller moves in at third base. Dossalier moves to the mound. Still a good number of fans here at the ballpark. Pitch is inside for ball 2. Dossalier stays in there. Count goes to 2-1. Counts here at 2-2. Eagles moving underneath the lights here as Brooks swings and a miss as he becomes out number 1. Very frustrated afternoon for this Wawasee Warriors offense. They haven't been able to do much. Landon Alexander steps in, fouls it straight back. Again, if you're our 14 viewers, give us your favorite ballpark food. Got a couple throw in there: nachos, pickles, pretzels.
Pickles and pretzels ain't bad.
I like the fried pickles. Some spicy ranch.
Spicy ranch, always with the ranch. Ranch seasoning.
Ranch. Right. Goes with everything.
My Grandma Robin, good shout out to her. She puts hot sauce on her salads. Frank's Red Hot. She loves hot sauce.
Hot sauce on a salad. I have not tried that before, nor have I heard of that before.
Well, the school salad bar at lunch, they do put, oh my gosh, hot peppers in the salad bar. They do put them out there today. They had some good jalapenos that you would get probably from, is it Papa John's who puts Papa John's, I think?
Yeah, they do put the peppers there with their pizzas, yeah.
Yep.
Oscillator grabs a second strikeout, and the Eagles are 1 out away. That one almost gets away from Oscillator. Lucas Ringler steps out of the way. Eagles looking to go to 3-0. Hopefully we'll get a chance to nab a post-game interview with Coach Bell.
Speaking of Coach Bell, I still have his keys, so if anybody's watching on the team right now, I don't think they would be, but just remind them, I have his keys for him.
I'm sure he'll definitely be up here to grab his keys from
I know he will. He would never let me walk off without them.
That or Lori Bell's going to nab him from you if he doesn't get a chance to come up here.
Nope,
She's heading out of here, apparently. She's going home early.
This could be my chance to steal him.
Oscillator puts the count at 3-1. Ground ball is going to get through to the right side. Grant Brooks is going to hold up at third. Oscillator goes to back up Glad behind home plate. Dylan Stump looking to keep it alive for the Eagles, or excuse me, the Warriors. And if you're watching in, please hit that subscribe button. WJHS Studios YouTube page. See updates from live streaming as Stump puts a shot to center. Iden grabs it. And you can put this one in the books. The Eagles win 10-2. They put another W in the win column. They stay hot. Please join us tomorrow as the Eagles welcome the Warsaw Tigers. We're giving you an update there on the Warsaw Tiger Huntington North contest. That was tied up at 9-9 in the 6th.
Did you say the Warsaw opponents?
They did. They were matched up with Huntington. They're in the bottom of the 6th, or excuse me, they're in extra innings, bottom of the 8, 10-10. That could turn out to be well for the Eagles, as again, that's more pitchers that they will have to use. Great win for the Eagles. Stay with us. We'll try and get Coach Bell up here to do a post-game interview.
Wonder if he's going to drag a student along with him.
Yeah, we'll see. 2 weeks ago, we got to see Ben Q. Michael hop up for the home opener. We'll see what chance we get this evening.
I was talking to Landon Iden during lunchtime a few days ago, and I said if you ever wanted an interview, you could always come up here. I wonder if he's going to take that opportunity. I know I was asking for him last time. I kind of want to get him up here, actually. Speaking of that, I want to get a third headset out just for him.
Go grab the third headset. Run through the Eagles lineup for you. Highlights, Landon Iden, as you just mentioned, was 2 for 3, 1 RBI. Sam Glad had the dinger to center field, 2 RBIs. Schrader grabs 3 walks. No official at-bat for Schrader. Q. Michael, Johnson, all nabbed a hit. Aiden Miller nabbed a hit as well. Grabbed in an RBI, 2 walks. Brock Daly, 2 walks. Eagles had a total of 7 hits, 12 walks. They were very patient at the plate. Chris Bartol is your winner. 6 innings, 7 strikeouts. Oscillier comes in to slam the door. Bartol had 1 earned run, 4 walks, threw 96 pitches, stayed under the century mark. For the Warriors, Brooks, Turner, Stump, Malone had the lone 4 hits tonight. Malone had the only RBI. Ty Brooks will end up with the loss. He threw 82 pitches. Nice performance for the Eagles. Chris Bartol, definitely, in my opinion, player of the game. Stayed poised on the mound. Had a couple of situations where the Warriors had a chance to add some runs, and he stayed calm, poised. The moment wasn't too big for him tonight. Aiden Miller will take the bump tomorrow against Warsaw. Gets a chance for some revenge. I believe that'll be probably the true test. I thought tonight would be a true test for the Eagles. Wawasee just didn't have that good of a night. But tomorrow will be definitely a true test against a very competitive Warsaw baseball program.
Whilst we wait to see if we get surprised with Mr. Bell, I'm going to run through our sponsors one more time. Morse's Builders Mart, Bart's Car Store, Mike & Son Satellite and TV Services, Indiana Physical Therapy, Myers in McNagny, City Auto Mall, Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, Pros Red Credit Union, Moo Over Ice Cream. There we go, just like that. Thank you to all our sponsors who are getting a shout out tonight. who have participated in this broadcast one way or another. We thank them, and this wouldn't be possible without those.
Shout out to Mr. Glaza for giving you guys this opportunity to put this together, allowing me the opportunity to step in, have some fun with this. Again, shout out to Garrett Vandersall, Adam Narwhal, athletic trainers, OPS. Those two able to nab that award we talked about earlier. They both do a fantastic job keeping our student athletes healthy, rehabbing, injury prevention. We might either get, it's like we got Coach Bell coming up here, potentially making that slow walk.
Looks like he's coming for it.
Coach Daly asked me, what player do we want?
Landon Iden. Bring Landon Iden up here.
I'll tell him we want Landon Iden.
Alrighty. Better get a chair for Mr. Bell, head coach. I know he wouldn't like it if I had to make him stand.
He's done a lot of standing tonight, hasn't he?
He has. One day, one good break.
Coach Bell should be in a good mood with the squad. Undefeated 3-0. Get a chance to move to 4-0 tomorrow. Just get a chance to celebrate before they face off against a competitive opponent tomorrow. I'm joined by one of my great friends, one of my mentors, coaching, and education, Mr. Rob Bell, undefeated 2022 coach.
Have to pay you some money for all that nice stuff you're saying about me.
We want to make it sound natural, not.
That it?
That's what we got to make it sound like here.
There we go. How are you?
Coach, I'm doing well.
Good.
I'm warm.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I don't see you sweating like you normally do, so that win was probably nice for you, right?
Yeah, there's still a little bit of sweat under there. Yeah, I can't stay calm enough down there not to sweat out there. So, but yeah.
Well, you talk about staying calm. Your players Chris Barthold stayed calm in some pretty tough situations. He had the bases loaded a couple of times. Tell us, what did he do really well on the mound for you guys tonight?
Well, I think to start the game, he just did a really good job of working ahead. Brought the excitement. That's one of the things. I mean, Chris is just a very excitable young man and has a lot of passion and excitement, and just it can be infectious. And the biggest thing, and you've known for 4 years, is just keeping him calm and keeping him settled down. And I thought that's what he did a really good job of. He settled down, he stayed calm, and even when it got tough situations, he did that. And I think that shows how much he's matured. And that's he's done a really nice job of sliding into this. And so again, just it's nice to finally get our pitching staff rolling. Get enough games going to where all of our guys get a chance to get out on the mound now. Everybody for the most part has been through at least some pitching at this point. Iden, I mean, there's still a few guys on the outside that can get some time in, but most of our guys are going to start now have seen the mound in a game situation. So.
Well, you guys are off to an undefeated season, 3-0.
Yep.
When was the last time? I haven't been here, been here for 5 years, so I don't know the last time Clemency baseball was off to a 3-0 start, but I believe it's been a while.
Yeah, I don't know that either, Coach. That's Coach Daly be better to help you on that one. We talked to our guys and it is great. I mean, we're excited to be 3-0, but really we are taking it as just a 1-0. We just got to go 1-0 tonight. We go 1-0 tonight, then we'll take care of everything else. And that's what we're just talking to the guys right there at the end of the game is, they've set some pretty lofty goals for themselves, and that's what we were just telling them was just, you're really, really good, and you're a really, really special group of guys and really, really special team. The exciting thing tonight is to win a game like this 10-2, and we left so many chances out there, right? We had bases loaded twice coming through the top and the middle, heart of our lineup, And it was just, the learning experience of, looking where those fielders are. And we talk a lot about having a plan while we're hitting. Well, now that plan changes, right? They shifted. They were big shift over in that last pitcher. Their right fielder was playing, right center field. Man, all we got to do, especially when we get that 2-strike, is just let's cut that swing down and let's just dump that thing out there. Let's flip it right over that top of that first baseman, and we're going to get 2 runs right there. And so that's the exciting thing, I think, is to talk about them. You win a game like this, 10-2, so big win. And the exciting part is man, we could have had so much more. And again,
Right.
could have ended it at 45 minutes earlier and got a little warmer, faster. But to win and to be able to learn and to see those things, I think that just, it gives us that chance to keep moving forward. So.
Yeah, you guys are able to get some revenge against Wawasee.
Yeah.
You guys get a chance tomorrow to get some revenge against a very good competitive program in Warsaw. What's been and you kind of talked about a little bit earlier, again, you guys are off to a very nice start. What's been some of the focus, kind of the message going into this week? You guys beat Wayne Legends on Monday.
Wayne Generals, yeah.
Wayne Generals,
Yep.
excuse me. What's kind of been the message overall that you've been sending to these guys? Again, you're talented, but what you talked about going 1-0, what's been that message in practice this week?
Just get better each day, right? And I think you were the best for it. Let's get 1% better each day, right? You brought that to us last year, and so that's just it. Let's just get better each time we step on the field. And really, we said it before the game tonight. We're looking. The game isn't. The game is just. It's just an opportunity for us to see what more we need to go back and work on. And I think the guys have really embraced that, and they see that, and. And again, when you win, it helps build that confidence. It helps makes it a little easier to come in and get in there swinging. It makes it a little bit easier to get in there and go through those boring things. We talk about that, just perfect the boring. That's been the big thing, and so that's the focus we're working on.
Did you have aggressiveness on the base paths? Has that been? I saw you guys being aggressive tonight. Has that been a focus, or was that just tonight you saw an opportunity and you took advantage of?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both, right? From the day we came in, we've always wanted to be really, really aggressive and put a lot of pressure on the defense. I think tonight presented itself both. The pitcher was keeping it low, but it was also skipping by. The catchers were struggling a little bit. But our guys did a really good job of reading through and we wanted to make sure we put that pressure on. If we can get a runner in scoring position, every one of our guys, we got guys that don't see the field that are really good hitters that can punch it through those gaps. So if we can get a guy at second and then get a base hit, now we can go. And I was just thinking about that tonight. We're 1-0 at the end of the first inning. We get a 1 in the second inning or 2. It's just all you get. If you just get 1 run and win it each inning, then you're going to come out on top most of the time. So.
Any preview of what we can expect for tomorrow? Again, I know you've seen Warsaw every year for the past 4 or 5 years. What can we expect in an opponent from Warsaw tomorrow? They're playing Huntington North tonight. They're going into extra innings. What can we expect? Yeah.
Yeah, Warsaw's just always a solid program. Coach Manis is a really good guy and does a really good job of teaching them through the fundamentals, and they've always got solid pitching and solid defense. Offensively, they're always strong, and yet we always are right there in the game with them. Every year we've played them, we've stayed in and battled with them, and so. But I do think our guys have got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder this year, and I think the nice thing is to seeing them wanting to go back after it. We talked to a couple of my guys came up and talked to me and said, hey coach, I just want to make sure that. We're going to be ready to go on Friday because I want a shot back at those guys. We should have got them last year, and so I think they're internalizing that, and I think it's another just test for us. That's another thing. We don't have school, so we're going to change our rhythm. We're going to change our routine, but looking out, as we put a whole plan together for the season. Last year we played in the second round of sectionals. It was on a Saturday, so. You got to be able to get yourself out of bed, play late at night. So this is just, we're going to look at those things, be able to take that and teach our guys. how to prepare in that way. And that's what Coach Huffman said. Enjoy the win tonight, but you got to come back tomorrow. We're going to do a little hitting at 2:30 before the game on field. You got to come back at 2:30 locked in and ready to start focused into play because, this game can humble you real fast. And
Right.
But the guys are pushing. They really want to start out, make sure that they start out 4-0, and so we'll come back and look to go 1-0 tomorrow night.
You guys got a busy week next week, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, next week's a brutal week, right? We play Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, doubleheader Saturday. So it'll be another good test. It'll be a good test of our pitching staff and our defensive ability. And that's where our depth, right now it's been hard. It's been hard on coaches and guys both, but they've done such a great job of accepting their roles. But we've got some really talented depth at all of our positions. So now that's where it'll pay off next week is when we get into a brutal week like that.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to see you guys continue to be successful. Tomorrow should be a really competitive game. Looking forward to it. Thanks for taking the time after a nice win.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. I mean, this means so much, I know, to my guys and to us and for everybody. You guys that take all your time. It doesn't go unappreciated, and so I hope everybody understands that. Probably do have to talk to the camera people a little bit about staying out of the field of play during the game, but we're all learning as we go through this, right? But all right, thanks, Coach.
Hey,
appreciate
thanks,
it.
Coach. We'll see you tomorrow.
All righty, thank you.
There's Coach Bell. Always great to have him after the game. Give us his thoughts, insight on how his team's doing. We're going to take a moment. We're going to get some conversations with the center fielder, number 6, junior Landon Iden. Landon, thanks for joining us. Congratulations on the 3-0 start, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
What was, and I don't know how well you know opposing players on the Wawasee team. I know you play travel ball. I know you guys know some players on different teams. Did you guys have, as a team, any insight on any of the players coming in tonight, whether it was Ty Brooks on the mound or any of the other guys at the plate, any insight and strategy to kind of go with?
Yeah, we seen that the starting pitcher, Ty Brooks, we had a few of our teammates knew and found his PBR stats. And so we had an idea what he was coming in, what we were going against, and we definitely dealt it and got some great hits off him. He was a pretty good pitcher.
Yeah, you guys definitely took advantage. Being in the outfield in that win, tell us, how does that impact how you approach the defensive side of this game when you have winds going out around 20, 25 miles an hour?
Yeah, that wind was crazy. We just our approach was just play a little bit back and just be ready wherever the wind was going, just be able to make sure that ball doesn't drift one way, and we're just backing each other up as much as possible.
Yeah, you guys did a great job defensively all around. What's been the camaraderie in the locker room at practice? Again, you guys are off to a great start. What's been kind of that message, camaraderie within the team this early in the season?
We just keep driving. We're 3-0 now, and we just keep seeing, we just need to keep eating. We just see that next win. We play Warsaw, so we want to come out. We have I guess there was some incident last year. I wasn't there, but I guess we want to come back at them hard. And at the locker room, we're just focused. We just hang out, and we're really much as a team. We seem like a good family right now. We're really good.
Yeah, you guys are. It seems that way from the vibe that we can tell up here, again, with how loud it is in the dugout and how tight you guys seem to be. Next week, long week, 6 games in 6 days. What does that look like from the student-athlete perspective? How do you make sure that you don't get burnt out that week? How do you make sure you get enough rest, enough nutrients on those long weeks of 6 games in 6 days?
Yeah, that's going to be a great, how good are we? We're just going to have to come out strong each day. It's going to be a long, hard drive, and we just got to dig deep and, just keep pushing. That will just really show us how good we are, and I feel like we are very much capable of competing.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys got 3 straight road games next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Fridays, Manchester, Saturdays, doubleheader, East Noble. What's kind of been the message early in this season that you've kind of heard from the coaches in practice, after practice, about making sure that, hey, we're undefeated, but let's stay focused here in the moment and not get too ahead of ourselves here?
Yeah, they just keep telling us this could really humble us. We could get shocked, so we just got to keep seeing what we can do. Just need to keep pushing. They just keep telling us don't lay off a ball. Like make every ball like it counts. Like it's almost like the end of the game or it counts. So they just keep pushing us really hard about it.
Well, good. Well, Landon, thanks for joining us. We're looking forward to tomorrow. Should be a really competitive game. Hopefully you guys get to pull off the win and stay undefeated. Thanks for taking your time. We love seeing you out there playing and grinding. You guys do a great job. Keep it up. We love your program. Good luck tomorrow, man.
All right,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
joining us.
Thanks for having me, Coach.
All right, there's Landon Iden, junior center fielder for the Eagles. Eagles down there wrapping it up. Got the field cleaned up for tomorrow.
All right, Mr. Ambrose, it's just you and me again, as always, in the press box here, and that's a little too loud. Performance today was amazing. I mean, it's kind of obvious that Wawasee didn't bring their A game today. Maybe they're just having an off day, unfamiliar field or something like that. But we definitely dug deep, like Landon Iden said, and we really pushed ourselves tonight. And I'm really proud of ourselves. I'm really proud as a team, a family, and everything. It's a very inspirational night, definitely. And right now, they're talking right now as a team. Coach Bell is going over everything that they need to do. I would assume for probably next week, and telling them have a good Easter and stuff like that. But all in all, they're definitely pushing themselves really hard. So it's important to see that, and it's nice to see that.
Yep, definitely off to a good start. They had a nice win tonight. Big game tomorrow. We're gonna say goodbye to our fans. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you join tomorrow. We'll have our pregame tomorrow around 5:15. We'll get one more word from our sponsors here. John will let you take care of that.
Thank you. Tonight is sponsored by Morse's Builders Mart, Bart's Car Store, Mike and Son Satellite and TV Services, Indiana Physical Therapy, McNagny, City Auto Mall, Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, ProFred Credit Union, Moo Over Ice Cream. Thank you again to all of our sponsors who make this stream possible, donate, so we can just make these streams happen. It really means a lot to everybody. I'm sure it means a lot to the community. It's definitely nice to see the community helping the students help the community.
Absolutely. Thank you to our subscribers. We got 5 new subscribers tonight. We're up to 313. So thank you to all the fans that came out and joined us this evening. Again, reminder: come out tomorrow. Live stream be around 5:15. We'll get a pregame with Coach Daly, or excuse me, we won't have Coach Daly. The JV has a game tomorrow, but we'll get a pregame show going. It'll be a competitive game against Warsaw. Thank you for joining us. Hope you have a happy Easter. Good night.
Night.